Let's do it. Welcome to episode 8 of the Drae Effect Show. I'm extremely excited for this one in particular because if you've been paying attention to my Twitter, I've been talking about this project called LEDGER AI for a little while. I first mentioned it May 18th. So what was that, like a month and a half ago or something? Um, yeah, bro, like, woo-wee, a lot to dive into, and I'm super, super excited, man. Like, as I said here in this tweet, like, I've made millions before in the space, okay? And it wasn't by chance. Like, I'm really, really good and proud of it at finding things when I believe they're very undervalued. And Ledger Eye is just that, you know? I do think, as I said here, it is an A plus conviction investment. Um, yeah, it's. I mean, just to show a bit of perspective, in the past 3 months, despite price being ranging and just going sideways and even a bit downwards, the accumulation has been insane. The top 100 holders, they're holding 50% more in the past 90 days, just so you know. So a lot of accumulation has been going on. Not to mention, so yeah, despite the accumulation going on, there's also, you know, despite price going down, the RSI has been getting stronger and stronger. So I do think this is really, really cooling up and going to, yeah, change the bullish market structure soon. Because obviously, yeah, it has been in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. Here, though, it's a bit interesting because now we formed a little bit of a range here. We have a high low here. Now we just need to break above here, and then once we do, it's it's like a very, very strong confirmed breakout. So yeah, accumulation is very, very strong. Um, a lot of alpha in this as well, like a lot of really, really interesting and exciting information that I'll tell you about this coin. One thing that really captured my interest and showed a really huge discrepancy in the price was their team. So not just the founder, but the actual team, which I'll get into. But the founder, he actually sold his previous company called LEDGER for $300 million in 2021. And all of this is public information. You can search all of this up. You can do your own research on it. Do that in your own time. But now, for the past 2 years, has been working completely on Ledger AI, like completely on Ledger AI. And yep, as I said here, they're at 3.7 million market cap. And my friends, the answer to this question is no. This is not reasonable. Like, it's very, very undervalued. Look into the work he's done in the past. It's very, very impressive. Yeah, insane. And they've been cooking, man. They've been cooking. I'll show you in a bit in this video on the Twitter and stuff what they've been up to recently. But very, very, very exciting stuff, bro. Very exciting. One thing I covered here in this tweet, and again, I hope you've been paying attention, because I've been doing tweets recently on Ledger. But one thing that I said that is really, really important is thinking like on an elaborate scale when you're looking for investment opportunities. Very often people, they think about one narrative. Oh, it's AI, or oh, it's this or that or this and that. Bro, like ideally, cool, have a really strong narrative, but find a project that like is actually combining them, because that's even a stronger narrative. Not just one narrative, but a coin and a project, a startup, a company that involves and integrates different aspects. So as I said here, um, if you want to be elite, look for projects relevant to many. So, for example, recently, I mean, even for the past year, AI has been trending and popping a lot. But as we all know, RWA is also going to start to become a narrative, over the next few months, over the next year, I believe personally. And these guys, Ledger, they're combining the two. It's the intersection between Web3 and Web2. They have like a real world product, like a hardware, physical product that, their clients use on premises. And it's called the Hammerhead. So it's a physical AI device. It ships to companies. It's activated with a Ledger token. So they have a really, really, really strong flywheel, right? Like money's actually flowing into the project, and clients and the team have already been doing buybacks and stuff on the chart. You guys need to look more into the website and stuff, because these tweets were just really, really brief overviews. But again, Ledger is actually required to run the whole ecosystem. It's what AI-powered RWA infrastructure actually looks like. It's RWA infrastructure powered by AI. Like, amazing narrative, insane. And not to mention the security is insane. One thing that they've been teasing but haven't really discussed much, and this is just me speculating, so it could be completely wrong. But one thing I've been seeing, and keep in mind, they have many of the names trademarked. Like, they have Aura Vision trademarked. One other thing that they haven't really discussed much, but I realized, is they have something called, I think it's called Aura Q. Or Aura, like something Q. And the Q, me personally speculating, I believe it has to do with quantum tech. And that's also why I think they're saying that it's like secure enterprise grade intelligence. And like it's very, very secure, I believe they've been working on some sort of quantum tech behind the scenes. Perhaps, could be wrong, but even if they're not, definitely the Q means something. Yeah, we'll find out soon enough, I guess. So I'm just reading over what I wrote like a month ago, because this is extremely interesting. So what I do believe is that they're going to become one of the most successful companies Not because they have the best model or the fastest hardware, but it's because they're going to be taking over AI dominance in terms of data, because data is everything. And when you can apply data securely, intelligently, and locally, that's when you take over. A lot of companies, they're using AI solutions and stuff to improve productivity and stuff. With these guys, it's not just a very, very basic plug and play kind of AI. It's it's AI that actually looks at the data within the company and helps them make decisions based off that. It's like plugged in. It's all about data. It's all about data. So I got these screenshots from ChatGPT because it's very, very true. And let me show you this. So models are no longer remote, okay? Anyone can, access open source models. Running a model is not a competitive advantage anymore. And not to mention many projects in AI, in the micro cap, small cap space. That's all they're focusing on, right? But hardware, not to mention, hardware is an advantage either, because of breakthroughs in efficiency and stuff. These companies don't necessarily need a lot of compute to compete. So even the chip war is becoming a little bit irrelevant. The only edge moving forward in this day and age, in my opinion, and even ChatGPT said this as well, is data, man. Data is what's valuable. Data is what's, as it says here, like the strategic fuel. Data is the one thing you can't copy, you can't fork, you can't fake. And as we know, people pay a lot of money for fucking data, right? So, as it says here, true intelligence depends on the context inside your organization, not what's publicly scrapped. And Hammerhead and Ledger AI have all to do with this, because Aura Vision, it's AI powered by context. It learns how your company thinks, behaves, prioritizes. It doesn't just give answers. It actually knows what questions to serve. It actually asks, and is proactive like that. It customizes decision-making insights based on your workflows. So then let's talk about Hammerhead now. So Hammerhead is the secure AI hardware, local AI compute box installed inside your organization. Okay, it's on premises, as I said before. On-premises processing, no cloud exposure, full control. Okay, and you guys need to look more into the website and the white paper because it fully explains how. But it's sick. Like, it's way too techy for me to explain. I'm not a good teacher, man. But it has encryption and even self-destruct capability. So very, very, very secure. It's built for enterprises. That's the thing. These clients, these people they're going after, are very, very, very big money, big important people. Okay, they're not just trying to partner with your average random ass, small company over the corner. Sure, that might be how they start out, obviously, and build a clientele, but the people they're really, really targeting, the people they can actually serve, are the real big players, So again, Ledger, the token, it's connected to both Aura Vision and the Hammerhead, which is a secure physical device, and it's the glue between the software, which is AI, the hardware, the Hammerhead, and the real-world enterprise usage, which is the RWA layer. So, bro, again, so many different narratives combined into one. The tech really, man, like, I remember when I first came across this, I had to read over the docs and the website a bunch of times because, a lot of it is very, very innovative, man. A lot of it is really innovative and unique. And I find that in the space, usually everything's just copy-paste and the same bullshit. So usually people see it and they understand it straight away. But interestingly, one thing I've learned is, like, just because you don't understand something straight away doesn't mean it's vaporware or doesn't mean it's, like, not legit or this and that. Sometimes, in the case of Ledger, for me, I just realized it's because it's very, very, very innovative and really interesting and exciting. And yeah, man, for me, it took some time to research and look into it. So yeah, again, check out the website and white paper. But I just want to show you these previous tweets I've been saying because I've been cooking, all right? I've been cooking. So again, most projects, bro, they're all copy-paste. They all say they're going to be the future, literally all the fucking time. But most of the time, the reason they fail, right, is because obviously, yes, they have ingenuine intentions, which the Ledger team obviously don't for reasons I'll get into. Okay, they've been doing real world meetups in real life. Literally just a few days ago, they did a whole meetup in New York, docs team and everything. But I'll get into it. Don't worry, I'll give you the alpha. But one of the reasons most projects fail is because they have ingenuine intentions. Okay, they don't have like real world teams that have worked in the real world before with actual companies in the real world before. They don't have proven tech that's already working, already integrated with actual clients. And they're not really usually solving like actually meaningful problems, okay? And the thing is, even if they are solving problems, they're not like crucial, man. Like they're not like insanely strong pain points that really, really, really need to be solved. And yeah, usually it's just vaporware or unnecessary innovation. And that's exactly like why one of the assets I prioritize most when searching for investment opportunities is tangible stuff. Tangible, like something that's really, really, really fucking tangible, okay? And obviously more than that, a team with a mission, like a mission and a passion for the mission, So these founders, these executives, the community members even of Ledger, they love what they're doing. They've been around these guys for 9 months now, 9 months. And throughout this whole time, of the downtrend, which, by the way, it's been a very, very, very healthy consolidation, you know, sideways and then sideways. So it's been a very healthy downtrend. Like, to me, it would have been a red flag if the chart was just, you know, woo-wee, like completely pumping up. But this, it's been very, very steady, very healthy. As I showed you, accumulation has been increasing and happening. So yeah, like the credibility of this team, it's unmatched for a coin of this market cap. Like, I'm telling you, you will not find me another coin of similar market cap with a team that is this like credible and bullish. Okay, so as I said before, their founder, you know, sold it. They sold it twice, by the way. That's why I said in the previous tweet, 300 mil. They sold it twice. Once for 300 mil, then for 50 mil, got acquired twice. Paul Chow, that was the founder. I also didn't tell you before, but he was ex-Goldman Sachs. He was a quantum trader there. He's an MIT grad. And the thing is, with his previous company, LEDGER X, which again, do your own research into it, but he really, through that, helped shaped crypto's regulatory foundation years before most even knew what DeFi was. And that's because LEDGER X, you know, that was quite a while ago, man. You know, they sold the company a few years ago, but it was really active and started out maybe, I can't remember what, 10 years ago? Maybe 7, 8, 10, yeah. So like they were around and building regulatory framework, you know, contributing to the importance of that way before, you know, now, where it's like normal. Back then, it was like really new and untapped, you know, uncharted waters, you know. So yeah, his computer scientists as well. They're building AI with, you know, engineering heavy infrastructure, so it's obviously very much needed. Now let's get to even more juicy stuff, bro. Bob Carella, ex-Binance US, head of payroll. David Lara, former admin chief officer for New York City. George, he's done multiple 9-figure market cap projects in the past in, you know, the small cap space. Well, at that point, you're a mid-cap project, honestly, when you're in multiple 9 figures. And, you know, I've known him for quite a while as well. Very reputable, good guy. They have more information here, so again, check out the website. But that's the thing, bro. Like, you'd be surprised. There's been projects in the past that hit hundreds of millions market cap, and they're literally just some, like, 20-year-old dudes just in their basement, fucking, I don't know, in their Miami apartment just running up like LARPs and vaporware. But no, this isn't the case here. These are sophisticated businessmen who have actually worked in high stakes environments and delivered, bro. Okay. So like, as I said here, when the fuck do you ever find teams doing that kind of work and have that kind of experience at 3.8 million market cap? The answer is, bro, I mean, I've been in the space for 4 years. I don't think I've ever seen something this obvious, honestly. Like, I'm making myself too bullish right now, but yeah, even more, you know, proof and the information here about Paul Chow. Everything's docs, man. It's just it's again, they're docs, bro. Like they recently, 3 days ago did a New York meetup. I wish I was there, man. I'm here in Australia right now. Need to run up some money, bro. I need to make some bread and then I'll meet up with them. But yeah, man, they're in one of the highest you know, buildings in New York. Amazing, beautiful view of Central Park. Wow. And yeah, this is Paul Chow speaking.
Other and talk. It's like a really special moment for us. You know, this project is like a project for a lifetime, and you know, my co-founder.
Project for a lifetime, and I believe them, my friend, because they've been active every single day, delivering every single day. They've been around for 9 months, dude. If you hear someone of this caliber saying they're a project for a lifetime, and it's a 3.8 million market cap, do I even need to say more? Do I really need to say more?
Founders, you know, they're not wasting their time, you know, for nothing. You know, we're like, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. So thank you for your support. I'm going to keep this short because I hate long speeches. I hope you enjoyed like the cocktails and the hors d'oeuvres, and you know, we'll do it again. All right. Thank you.
Bullish. Yeah, they're going to do more events apparently. I'm not sure if this was the first one they did. But yeah, man, in real life meetups with clients, that's the thing. They already have adoption. Okay, they're starting to onboard clients. And yeah, they have big I heard in the let's see in the Telegram, they said they've been I definitely also recommend you join the community Telegram. Okay, join the community Telegram and go through the pins, because they've been talking about, you know, even more updates in here. So yeah, oh, you know what, I don't know if this is a Telegram glitch or if they did it, but for some reason you can only see the pinned posts up to like the past few weeks. So maybe it's a glitch, or maybe they purposefully unpinned everything else. I don't know. One thing I would recommend is searching up maybe perhaps Paul Chow, you know? Paul, right. Because, you know, you can search up like what people are saying and stuff in the group. Okay, yeah, that's Paul Chow, yeah. And then you can see all the messages they've been saying. I recommend doing that. Maybe instead of going through pins, just like see everything they've been saying. They're extremely active. Yeah. And you can have more like insightful updates there, you know, more like that's the good thing about Telegram, man. I like community telegrams because they're like a lot more personal and you know, one-on-one with investors, you know. So I think it's pretty sick. Yeah, man. They're cooking, bro. They're cooking. They're cooking. So bullish, man. God damn, might need to buy more, boys. Might need to buy more. Yeah. Go through their Twitter. Super exciting. These are some of the, yeah, Doc's team members. Bob, David, George. So, yeah, man, go through the white paper. The white paper is very detailed, and I'm honestly not smart enough to explain all of it to you. I understood it, did understand it, but teaching is a whole nother thing. Where's the white paper at? Investor, maybe. I think they updated, yeah, they updated the website recently. This looks a bit more nice, actually. Yeah. Where's the white paper at, though? Okay, here you go. Yeah, read this, man. Definitely recommend you read this. If you're struggling to understand anything, maybe just copy paste it onto ChatGPT or ask specific questions. Very, very, very insightful. My lord, man, this is just. I just can't believe this is 3.8 million market cap. Just thank me later, okay? Or genuinely, like, thank me later, okay? This is exactly what you want to look for. You know, not financial advice. You know, do your own research, but I'm serious. This is what you want to look for. You want to find projects with asymmetrical, you know, risk reward. This is completely bottomed, in my opinion. Accumulation's happening. They have catalysts coming. Like, you know, not to mention Ethereum and Bitcoin are looking much stronger and much better now. You know, if and when they break out, you know what's going to happen with altcoins. And if you've been keeping up with all my other updates, you know, even on my YouTube as well, it's pretty organized there. I like my YouTube. Shout out to my YouTube. But here on my YouTube, if you've been going through, you know, my macro updates and just, you know, the more mainstream updates, you will have noticed that, you know, I do think alt season's coming soon. Like, I know everybody always says it all the time, oh, alt season this, alt season that. Like, I'm serious. I do think it's actually going to start very, very soon. You know, Ethereum's looking good, nice. Ledger is on Ethereum chain, you know. So, yeah, man, this is just exactly what you look for. You know, I've made millions before, and it was typically in setups like these, okay? They had proven themselves. They'd been around for a while. They bottomed out. They have things coming. They're still working every day. It's literally just as simple as that sometimes. And in the case of Ledger, it's that simple, okay? So, yeah. I think a 10x is around here. And, yeah, man. I think all-time high, by the way, just, you know, it's like 25 million, something like that. So, yeah, man. Super, super excited. Don't fade Drae. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 8 of the Drae Effect Show. Talk soon.